a perfect alternative and nevertheless lose any atmosphere of the original. You know what I mean? And I have my I was thinking why it's not possible to make it in the same style or with the same sound set like in the Immortal 3, because many people say, not only me, that Immortal 3 was the best tracks you have done for Turrican. You know what I mean?
Right.
For the
So yeah, definitely. But I said like the Immortals 3 stuff I did myself and used the same techniques and some of the same sounds as well as the new track there. One difference obviously is that we haven't done the mastering yet for the new stuff, so that can definitely make a big difference. The Immortal CD was also mastered at the Paula Acoustics mastering studio, the same one that I did the old Turrican
yeah
CD at, and that will make a difference. And then, but the thing is, I
studio.
mean, I was very happy with the result of the final challenge. So um,
It's
the
awesome
thing is,
tracks. But it's,
while I'm going along, you know, I might go back at some point and say, okay, this was the first track, maybe I'll change it again. But right now, I'm actually very happy with it, and I think that the mastering will make another big difference at the end. So I don't know if Jan wants to say something about mastering in general, but I
Well, maybe
remember, yeah.
I can
yes,
just like I offered Manuel before. Maybe I could just like when we end this uh, conversation here, I can quickly drop by, talk a little, maybe also in German language, expand a bit upon the mastering. But I mean, if you've heard the Immortal 3 album, if you've heard the Number 9 album, I think you know that we are really capable of producing a very high sound quality. And
I
to be perfectly honest, I mean, that's like if the arrangement itself is a problem for you, then it's possible you're not gonna like the track. But I mean, sometimes if I have heard the stuff after it was mastered, like Chris said, like there's sometimes it's a really a difference, like day and night. There's really a lot that you can do in mastering, and we are obviously planning to give everybody a deluxe product here with the best sound quality possible. And the guys at Paula are really professionals. We love working with them, and I'm pretty sure that you will be impressed by the final result of the mastering.
I'm fully trusting to you. And Jan, also want to add that the Number 9 was also an awesome album. And so I found it a very good idea to use um, some um, some tunes like the guitar you're using in some tracks on the Number 9, also in the latest Turrican track with.
Yes,
The guitar.
it's a real guitar, yes. It's my friend Manus Buchart who played those tracks. And yeah, it's a real electric guitar.
You have planned this guitar for other tracks in the anthology?
I'm definitely planning to add more electric guitar where it makes sense. Um, and I'm also looking into collaborating with even other live players that will contribute. So there's definitely still a lot to come. By the way, somebody in the chat asked what the result of the voting was, and I don't know if Jan has already made the final tally of everything, but we're definitely, we took every vote, and we're gonna release the result soon.
Well, not the final one, but I mean it's pretty obvious. I, I I quickly looked at the data a couple of days ago, and it's pretty obvious that people the one Turrican game that they love the most is apparently Turrican 2. That's not quite the largest surprise on this planet, I assume. And I can also say which was the one track that got the most votes. That was decided very quickly, I have to say. It's gonna be the Turrican 2 main title, And maybe this is also not so much of a surprise because that's obviously a fan favorite for several years now, and rest assured we're going to do something with it, right, Chris?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm fully trusting on you. But I'm not the only person here. What about John? What about Andreas? What about Willi? No question?
Well, I'll let you guys keep on for the moment because I've been tagging Chris along earlier. So go ahead, question on.
Chris, there is, I see there is another question or something in our greeting box. Shall I talk it to you if you want to?
Sure.
know
Yeah.
that?
If you think it's
Not
something
directly
good,
to the-
yeah, definitely.
Don't directly belong to the Anthology project, but I have to talk this in German because he has type it in German. Can someone translate that maybe?
Yes, I can translate it. No problem.
Chris meint gerade, dass noch andere Leute vom alten Factor 5 Team in Kalifornien leben und es gibt viele kleine Sachen, über die er nicht sprechen darf. Aber wir dürfen hoffen, meint er. Besser als da kommt nichts mehr. Ach so, das hattest du gesagt. Ist das so richtig?
That's what I said. Yeah. There's
Okay,
always
so
hope, like for maybe another Turrican someday.
There was a rumor I heard today. There was a rumor that some guys from Factor 5 have a meal in Munich. Is that right?
I really don't know. Honestly, I mean, even
Okay.
yeah, no, I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
So I also saw another question concerning the mastering in the chat room there. They obviously want not that the sounds are too loud or too overcompressed, and that's something that we take very serious. So I already pulled back on the mastering compression in the number 9 CD, and I want to go even a step further this time to really preserve the dynamics. And absolutely, that you don't even have to tell me. That's something that I'm myself very aware of, and that I want to do better. So
you was not satisfied with the number 9?
No, I was, but the thing is, I really want to have even more dynamics in the sound and make the sound really great and not just loud. If somebody wants to listen to it loud, they just have to turn up the volume on there. I don't want to compete with the latest indie band. That's just not what I want to do. So
that was another thing I've noted for the last track you have released. It was compared to the Immortal tracks where we a bit silent, a bit silent because compared to the Immortal tracks or from the CD, because it was not mastered, I think.
Right. That's what I mentioned earlier. But the thing is, it's basically the same techniques that go into the new tracks there that I used on Immortal.
Okay, Chris, there's another question from Apprentice on one of them, the writer from us. He is asking you whether you have planned somehow a personal album like the number 9 in future.
Right now, my focus is totally on this project. So I don't even want to speculate what I'm going to do after this is done, at least yet. So yeah, right now really my focus is on this project. So I don't know. Sure, I mean at some point in the future it might maybe make sense to do something again like that. But yeah, as I said, right now it's all on this.
In my opinion, there are many tracks on the number 9 you have produced for Turrican, fitting for Turrican, or for any level or something.
Right, of course. That was like one of the concepts of that album, was to create music that I like and that could have ended up in some game in one form or another, but it was just like new tracks that were never used in any game, basically.
Yeah.
And I collected the basic ideas for those tracks over several years. So I have a whole like you know, I always have like pieces that were never released. So
Yeah.
yeah.
There are still some tracks left, never released, planned
Yes,
for the future.
absolutely. Yeah, I have a bunch of those.
Exciting. Let's see when you have planned to release them on another CD, number 10. No, 11.
Maybe,
Okay,
I don't know. We'll see.
How I can
Chris,
when we
Yes.
a question. It's a little bit strange. It's just a feeling at the moment. You make so big project at the moment, and did you hear something from Manfred?
No, I have not had contact with Manfred in like, I don't know, 10, 12 years or so.
Oh, really? Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the last contact I have it was 3 years ago, I think so, and was just asking Ramiro. Did yeah, he's completely. Yeah, you hear nothing anymore from him. He's only at home, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing at project at the moment or something.
Right, right. I thought you guys had more contact with each other, but I guess not. I just met Ramiro a couple of weeks ago, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was fun. He's still the old guy. He's still the same. Hasn't changed.
Yeah. Maybe we should ask him to come to Cologne at
Oh
November.
yeah, sure. I'll ask him. Maybe he will make the trip. Sure.
Maybe it's kind of big party.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That would be nice.
I think so too.
So yeah. So John, do you have any more questions?
Well, not at the moment, I think, because, well, I mean, most of the things have been covered, and I plan to steal you away in a month or a couple of months again for another little interview there
Oh,
to
absolutely.
see, yeah, to see how the progress is going, because, well, you need to focus a lot to make this as good as you can, so.
Yes, yes,
And
absolutely.
yeah, and I have no doubt that you will either. So just keep up what you're doing, and I mean, every time you feel like bouncing some ideas or thoughts, just you know where to find us.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So I have a couple more people here that wanted to chime in, maybe.
Yeah, I will head off now actually because it's starting to get late here in Sweden as well, and I need to get up for work tomorrow.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, John, to come in and talk to us.
Yeah, and
Yes,
thank you all for participation, and well, keep it up, Chris, and we'll talk soon again.
Okay. Thanks so
Okay.
much, John.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bye.
nice to meet you, John.
Nice
Bye,
to meet you.
John.
Bye.
See
Bye,
you
John.
maybe on the next Evoke, maybe.
Yeah, he's gone already. Okay. So let's see if we can add.
Yeah, that's the mind problem. Typing while making broadcasting sounds not.
Easy.
Yeah, and some guys are complaining if I type during the broadcast, and on the other side there are questions. Horror. How many guys you have around you, Chris, on the private party today? I have seen your wife and some of.
Yes. So there's we have
Dr. Lucas to join.
we have four yeah, we have four guests basically. One super fan who was just lucky to be here on business
Oh, no.
trip, and then another guy that I've known for a couple of years now, and his wife, and
Yeah.
they brought a friend, and my wife was there. But overall, we're only like 6 people here, and 2 cats. So I'm just adding another person. Audi? Hello? Oh my.
What's this?
That sounds weird.
Really?
Sounds like a creature from Star Wars.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. So,
Is it better now?
Mike?
Audi?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you sounded a little bit like a chipmunk there for a
Yeah,
second.
I heard it. The feedback was like seeing the chipmunks.
So, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Audun Sorlie, and I'm a writer from Norway. And I worked with you in the past, and I
Absolutely.
worked for Original Sound Version. I worked for Thomas Bucket and other people like that.
Yes, very nice to have you.
Oh, very nice to be here.
So,
So
Really?
congratulations so much. This is really exciting for you.
how did you like the broadcast from hell so far?
There's a lot of German people on here, so sometimes I don't understand so much, but it's fine.
Right, right. We'll try to keep it in English though.
Oh no, yeah.
So you're in Norway right now?
Right now I'm in Norway, yes. I'm not
Awesome.
in Brazil.
Yeah, yeah. You're originally from Brazil, right?
What's that?
You're originally from Brazil?
No, I lived in Brazil a couple of years ago, and
Okay.
I'm originally from Norway.
Okay, cool. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Still confusing, actually.
So yeah, actually you invited me to another event in near Washington D.C. in January.
In Washington, D.C. in January of 2013, you will be at MagFest.
Awesome. I'm very much looking forward to that.
Yes, it will be you and some other guests aren't announced yet, but very big guests, and you
Yes.
already guest of honor this year.
Absolutely.
So-
That will be very exciting too.
So I hope you have a lot of fun there.
Cool.
Very exciting that you could be there.
Yeah, yeah, I'm excited too. I haven't been to that area of the country yet, so very cool.
Where is Thomas today?
Yeah, I don't know. He just sent me a message and sent his congratulations and said hi to everybody.
Oh,
Maybe he's a
oh,
little
that's
shy.
well, I'll be here in his place, I guess.
Yes, and so I'm gonna eat here something. I'm starving.
So, what did the project end on? What's the total price?
Um, the Kickstarter page says 775,534,
Right.
and then we have about I don't know where it's exactly right now. Yeah, we had about around 19,000 more in PayPal and bank transfers, and there's
Oh,
still
wow.
a bunch that are pending because for the last couple of hours I couldn't answer any emails
Right.
or go through. So, but in the next few days we're probably gonna calculate everything out, and then we have the final numbers at some point. Yeah, this has been quite amazing and unexpected.
It is the third most funded project, they said?
It's the third most funded
Music?
in music.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
So, how would you rank this in comparison to Symphonic Shades and other things you've been part of?
Well, I mean, Symphonic Shades has a special place in my heart, of course.
Right.
It, I just remember like sitting there in the concert hall and tears streaming down my cheeks,
Right.
and it was something that I will never forget for the
I
rest of my
remember when.
life, I think, because that's just something that was. Um, I mean, how can you describe that? You know, when I started out with music, my grandma, she was a piano teacher.
Right.
She would have been so blown away by that happening. You know, when if she was still alive at that time, and
Right.
it was just mind blowing. And but obviously this project is also makes its impact on me definitely. I mean, I'm just amazed and so thankful that my fans are supporting me like that, and that we
You've
can
been
make
a
this project
you've been a
like fun.
pioneer in these things for 3 decades. You've always been kind of on the forefront of things because you were one of the most important on the Commodore and Amiga age. And then you were one of the first people to get your own symphonic concert in the video game industry, if not the first. I'm not sure if any other composer had the exclusive concert like that before you.
I think there were just some in Japan, I think.
And maybe in Japan, like Sugiyama, maybe, but that puts you pretty high on the scale.
Right,
So
and I mean that's something that I also have to thank Thomas Böker for, because he started
absolutely,
these game music concerts in 2003 and 2004 in Leipzig, and built on that. And then when the WDR came along and wanted to put something like that on, he said, "Oh, we got to do it with Chris, because he's from Germany and all this stuff." So yeah. Um, it's definitely unbelievable what happened so far. But the thing is also, I mean, I am a very hard and diligent worker, so
right.
I've never given up, even if some years I had some trouble. I'm never giving up, and I keep going. And I'm doing hopefully good stuff, and so far it's been working out.
Yeah, it's been unbelievable how much of a success this has been.
Yes.
So it took less than a week for you to get fully funded.
Yes, at that point we knew already that something special was happening,
Yeah,
and that's also why we then played around with the different options, and
right.
enhanced the project and made like some new stuff available. And yeah, it's definitely something um, that maybe just happens once in life, you never know. But it's definitely a big honor to be able to do this project the way we want to.
I have a I do remember something from Symphonic Shades because you and the first time I met you was at Play in Stockholm, which I think was in 2006 or 2005,
It was in 2006 actually. I know it exactly.
2006, and we spoke about Jim Power a lot.
Yes.
And I had moved to Brazil after that. I lived in Brazil for a long time, and then my first assignment when I was hired as a writer was to go to Symphonic Shades. That was my very first writing assignment to report from that. So I flew down to Cologne, and I didn't tell you. So I remember when I saw you in the hallway and you saw me, your first reaction was like, "Oh, what the hell are you doing here?" So you, I was like, "Oh, he's not happy to see me,"
No,
but
no,
you're
no,
quite
no. I
happy.
was really surprised, and
I was ready to run out the door. I was like, "Okay,
no,
I'm
no,
sorry."
no, 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 no. I know the German way is sometimes a little bit brash.
Oh, it was.
Especially the humor. They say like Germans don't have humor, and I don't think so. But we have like our own humor sometimes.
Like a little bit of sarcasm in there, maybe.
Yes, absolutely. But no, I wasn't like, yeah. I
We
meant
had a
I meant
fantastic
it in a
time,
fun way.
right? And then we saw each other in LA a couple years ago, which was a lot of fun as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So a lot of good times.
Yeah.
So did you get any? How many people pledged $1,000? Because I think that was the highest, wasn't it?
Well, we have 14 people, and I guess we could have gotten more actually when
Right.
we enhanced that level with the music box,
Hmm.
with a mechanical music box. A lot of people were jumping on it, and we didn't expect that at the beginning. And we had like we thought, okay, we're gonna limit it, and so in the end, there's now 20 of these.
Right.
And so 14 people pledged 1,500, which is one of the biggest chunks. And then we have one backer who went for the 3,000 level. which is quite unbelievable.
At $3,000.
Yes, and so he's gonna get like a private meeting with me in Cologne, and I compose a music piece for him of 5 minutes or so. That
You
will
give
be
him a hug
interesting
too.
what he wants there. If he wants it for like just for fun or for a game project or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, that will be interesting. And yeah, quite amazing.
Have you decided
Chris?
how many?
Yeah,
Oh,
Andreas has a
No
question.
problem. Just a little bit out of topic. Well, one thing is missing on this stuff is the 3D Turrican stager. This will be the final state of this art.
What do you mean a 3D what?
3D stager, a small 3D Turrican. So like the World of Warcraft
Oh, you mean like a
stager.
figurine? Yeah,
Figure, yes.
yeah. No, the thing is, I mean, we looked at some things, but I felt like this doesn't really have anything to do with the music, and
Mhm,
I mean, I still don't own Turrican, you know. I mean,
mhm.
I was able to do the soundtracks and you know that stuff, but I didn't want to go too far
Okay.
into that kind of territory, and
Mhm.
yeah, and, you know, I mean, who knows? Maybe if someday there will be another Kickstarter for the game or whatever, maybe they make a figurine too. So that would be a nice thing, definitely.
Chris, I have another question, maybe just for interest. What you're listening on commercial music currently? You are planning to add some influences from other groups in your soundtrack, maybe, or some elements, or some ideas, or something else.
Yeah,
Or
actually,
like,
I listen to a lot of stuff. I mean, it's like all over the place, you know, from silly stuff and things like Lady Gaga to, but I'm still like very much into Tangerine Dream and film music and John Williams and all that stuff. I just found another soundtrack not too long ago from the movie Drive. I don't know if it's called like that in Germany. I don't know if any of you has seen that.
Sylvester
Ryan,
Stallone, you mean?
Ryan
Ah,
Gosling, I think, was the actor in there, and
Yes, yes.
it had like a very interesting synthy 80s inspired soundtrack that I loved, and then I put that into I put that soundtrack into Pandora, and I listened to a lot of. There's actually kind of a revival going on with that 80s sound,
yeah,
and it's
like Pet Shop Boys or Kraftwerk elements in Turrican. Is that possible? Something like that.
well, I don't
Not,
want to go too far off the originals, you know. I mean, there will be a few
yeah.
special bonus versions of something, but I definitely didn't want to fill up the stuff with like dance remixes or stuff like that. I really want to stay more true to the originals, um, and make just a kick-ass synthesizer soundtrack. So probably less of these dance music influences and stuff like that. Um,
What is what's your personal what's your personal most favorite Turrican dance mix, or techno mix or something
oh, I
like.
mean, I can't really like really pinpoint something. I read the controversy about that scooter track. You know, that the melody of that has been covered by some people illegally without asking me. You know, there were at least two cases I know of where that somebody took that melody, put it on a dance music piece, and put it out there. And I actually looked into um, suing them, but it was just not worth it at the time. Um, and then Scooter came along, and I have a friend there who was
Yes,
in
Jeff
the
Cook. I met him
yes,
on the
exactly. And he
conference.
asked me why can't they do something with it? So I had an official request, and I said okay, why not? And I wasn't unhappy with the mix. The mix was pretty good. I think it could be done better if like you know, some really good DJ would remix it. But it's not something that I'm particularly interested in, or that I'm like seeking out or anything. So, but yeah, so I couldn't like tell, but there's definitely a lot of fan remixes out there that I adore and that I love. I just mentioned the Great Bass from Morty with this pirate themed kind of slant to it. That was really cool, and there are many others that I liked. Yeah.
I think Turrican is one of the most remixed tunes ever on RKO or Amiga Remix or something like that.
Well, it could be, yeah. Oh, somebody said Turrican by Uwe Boll. No, we don't want that.
Yes.
Yes, so he's the same producer like Far Cry or something.
Yes, this very controversial director who is always like grabbing these video game rights and makes them into pretty horrible movies. So.
Terrible.
Poor Til Schweiger. Okay, Til Schweiger is the right person for that.
Yeah, I don't even know who could do that movie. You know, maybe.
Turrican movie.
Yeah, Turrican movie. I don't know.
Maybe
again, is that even necessary? I think what most people really love is really that feeling of playing it on the Amiga, and
well, that's very well. Movies. There are some movies which are not bad from the video game. For example, Tomb Raider was not so bad, in my opinion.
Which one?
Tomb Raider 1 and 2. You have seen that Tomb Raider, the movie?
No, I don't think so. Somebody here says maybe James Cameron could do it, or Peter Jackson. So, well, as long as they hire me for the movie soundtrack, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, Peter Jackson could maybe too bloody.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I'm curious if you ever talked to Vince DiCola.
I wish I had.
I actually know him.
I may.
We'll have to get you in contact with him then.
Yes, absolutely.
So maybe he can join on the project.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, definitely.
Yes. New plans already.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess I'm gonna shortly wrap up here because I'm really hungry. And the other guys out there probably wanna also get to talk to me a little bit. They just arrived shortly before we started the stream, and it's also probably getting late over in Germany. But yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? Thank you again so much. I'm repeating myself, but
yeah. Hey Chris, you remember when I talked to you an hour ago about the mastering phase that I have a photo of you and Andreas and Holger?
Yeah, we're talking about the mastering of the game, not the mastering of any CD or anything.
Okay, I posted that photo to my Facebook account, and anybody who is connected with you on Facebook is able to see that photo now.
Uh-oh, is it embarrassing?
I'm
not even. I don't. I'm too scared to look actually.
Well, a little, I would say.
You won't see it. You won't see it.
Let me have a look.
Willi,
no.
we'll dig out this picture.
Oh, wait a second.
Willi.
What?
Wo hast du das Ding ausgegraben?
Das ist eine gute Frage. Das habe ich irgendwann mal gefunden.
I guess I'm having a headache because I'm holding my head and I'm like freaking out.
No, you're already late with your stuff.
Well, of course, I was always late, yeah. So,
Das will ich aber. Boah,
thanks.
das Bild will ich auch sehen.
Well, go to my
Sorry.
Facebook page. You see it there.
I've seen this photo from you from another user. The best one. The best photos are from the 90s, where you are having your hand on the hair like a top model.
Oh yeah. That was a very embarrassing photo because it looks kind of like I'm somewhere out there, and I don't know what
And
happened exactly. But
photos and
anybody who knows me personally knows that I'm not like that. I look like in that photo. So.
was a lucky shot.
But that's you know,
But
that's the
fun.
thing of the internet.
Yeah.
Nowadays when something is out there, it's just out there. And but I had an interesting thing when I did the Scene Set radio interview. There was a fan who sent me a bunch of photos that were taken from one of the early Markt und Technik interviews. I think it was for a Happy Computer. I think it was the months before I moved to work with Rainbow Arts, and it's in my old children's teenager room, basically in Germany. And I never had a photo from that time of that room or myself in that room, except for the one photo that appeared in the magazine, very small. But they somehow got their fingers on the negatives, on the originals of those photos. And I scanned them in high resolution, and I have them now. And yeah, I'm planning to post those or use them in some way, maybe for the album booklet or something. That was really like a blast from the past, and I didn't expect it. And it was yeah, it was really amazing to see those. So, I mean, if anybody ever has anything that I might want to see, you know, post it on Facebook or something, or send me an email. And yeah.
Okay, wir machen jetzt einen Aufruf, we are making ich muss jemanden übersetzen. Wir machen jetzt einen Aufruf, schickt alte Fotos bitte an Chris aus den 80ern oder 90ern. Ja?
Whatever you have, exactly. Okay.
Send old photos to Chris. Okay, Chris, you look very tired. I think I will also go now and play some music from you, some mixes until 2 o'clock before I quit my show. Thank you very, very much to cooperating with us and with everyone, and we're looking forward to the next demos. Is there any time plan you have planned for the next demos you are releasing? You have told that you are already begun with the first mix of next.
Right. We have a production plan, but the timing of all these things is not exactly set in stone yet. So hopefully I can say something by the end of this week or beginning of next week. I'm gonna post more updates, obviously.
So fast?
Well, I'm gonna post an update of when to expect something. Yeah. So yeah, but I don't know exactly yet when the next track will be posted, but they will be coming.
Take enough time, more than enough time. And that's
yeah, no, I definitely want to do it right, definitely. All right. So yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna tune out actually and stop the stream here pretty soon. Thanks everybody for participating, and you can always send me more questions on Facebook, Twitter, email, on Kickstarter. The comments, I'm still obviously gonna read all those, and yeah, and thanks everybody, and we'll update you soon again.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Thank you so much for taking time even for us. I don't have count that I have even the possibility to talk 1 or 2 minutes with you. It was awesome. Thank you, Jan, as well, for inviting me. And thank you every listener and every founder who are supporting you. I'm looking forward to the next track. It is a really awesome night. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
You're welcome.
And thanks to
Bye
Willi.
bye.
Thanks to Jan. We have our work cut out.
Yes.
And thanks to Andreas
Yeah,
for
it was a
joining
pleasure
us.
too.
And thanks Audi as well.
It was a pleasure.
And we'll be in touch soon again.
I hope
We
so.
will do.
Latest in November.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, guys, I'm hanging up.
All right.
So
Thank you so much.
Bye
thanks
bye.
everyone again in the
Bye-bye.
chat room too, and you'll hear from me soon.
Okay.
Okay.
Good night for all.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.
All right.
See ya. Bye.
By the way,
Bye-bye.
one thing I wanted to ask: if has anybody cut or recorded the thing? And I'm asking that in the other forums and comments and stuff too. From when we just made the 75,000, I had a broadcast running, and unfortunately, I didn't download it after. So if anybody has that, let me know and please send it to me or contact me.
Wenn ich das gewusst hätte, hätte ich doch mitgeschnitten. If anyone has, wenn doch jemand von euch mitgeschnitten hat, Leute, dann lasst es mich wissen oder so. Okay, I will check that out in our chat if anyone
Okay,
has.
yeah. I hope that somebody maybe has that, and then this one I will try to save right away. And yeah, so until soon.
Okay.
Thanks
Thank you,
everyone.
Chris.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye bye.